So let's say you are going into the holidays and you're either new to trying to get on top of the way that you handle food going into your body, or you're wanting to incorporate, this season in your new mind frame, whatever the case may be. I feel like we all have that ability to discern. We all have that ability to say, hey, I'm going to go into this with open eyes. I'm going to go into this with an open mind and an open heart. And I have a goal that I want to meet. So let's reverse engineer that goal and say, after Thanksgiving, I'd like to feel good about myself. I'd like to feel good about myself, and I'd like to feel good in my skin. What does that look like? Well, if you reverse engineer that, that looks like not stuffing yourself to the point where you have to unbutton your pants. Recognizing those first cues of, I'm full. Giving yourself 20 minutes after a normal plate to see if you want a second plate. Those little things are something anybody can do. It's the little extra steps, the little details that sort of give you that boost of confidence that will then come into play in the next week, and the next week, and the next week, because you're setting your daily goal, your hourly goal, and you're reverse engineering it, and you're figuring out, how does this work? How does this fit into my holiday plan? You can still sit there with Uncle Joe and have your stuffing. You just don't have to out-eat Uncle Joe. And it still tastes good, and you can eat slower. And a huge thing is chew your food. Chew every single bite of food. And if you don't have time to give thanks for every bite, give thanks for every other bite. And wow, I'm so grateful that I'm being fed, number one, that I'm sitting here with family, number two. There are so many other ways to satiate those chemicals in the brain. It doesn't need to be stuffing, or turkey and dressing. It can be, I am grateful that I'm putting this food in my mouth and I have food to eat. And it sounds crazy, like that eliminates the struggle. When you're mindful about the way that you eat, when you're mindful about the chewing you do, when you're mindful about the food you're putting in your body and how you may have it and another may not, those bites become longer and you feel fuller, and it's like magic. It just works like magic. It does.